Welcome to Tell It Someone, the only show that is trying to keep it short to stay out of the heat. First question is from the lad with the pink rod. Dear Dangerously Talented, a few years ago I was walking across Tanaris on my way to the caverns of time so that I could tell thrall in the past of old Hillsbred when a massive invasion of undead landed on my head. They spirited me away, and when I woke up I was no longer a warlock, I was a death knight. The plate armor and the big sword are pretty cool, but sadly alcohol no longer works. And do you know of any way I can get drunk? Well, it's a really massively multiplayer offline role-playing game known as Real Life. Now, there's a number of ways you can get drunk in this massively offline multiplayer role-playing game of Real Life. You can go to a place called a tavern or a pub or a drive-through liquor shop, which sounds dangerous, or you can go to the supermarket in some places, and sometimes they've got a little place where you can buy liquor, like next door to a supermarket, or you can borrow the cargo pants of an alcoholic. Oh, that's good liquor. Next question is from Eminem #1 fan. Is it the opposite of being raised as a child, being shrunk like an adult? Yes. You'll find that once you've got children, more children you have, the shorter you will get. That's why my friend's Italian nonna is like that big. She had lots of kids and then lots of grandkids, and that does take a toll on your height. Next question is from Canadian Atheist. If I lied and said I was serious-minded fearfully for a roll of nickels, would my question get answered? Your question? No. Goose Mayer asks, you're trapped on an island with Vanessa Redgrave. You send a note for help tied to Olympic swimmer Mark Spitz, or you can send many tiny notes tied to the common barn swallows that are found nesting locally. So you put it to a vote. Does Vanessa Redgrave vote Spitz or swallows? No, well, if you've got Mark Spitz, he's not a long-distance swimmer, so you can't get him to go to civilization. And, well, with the barn swallows, you've obviously got a barn on the deserted island, so it's probably got civilization on that island because there's a barn on there, but somehow you're always stranded on that island and you can't get off. Is the professor there? Does he want to keep Ginger and Marianne for himself? Because the other three guys, Gilligan and the skipper, they're always been a couple, and well, Thurston, he's getting on in years and he can't quite, do that, and he's already got Lovey anyway, so you've got Marianne and Ginger all to yourself, so I don't know why you want to get off the island. Plus Vanessa Redgrave, of course. She used to be a hottie, back then. Next question is from Katavan. If you were approached, how would you sell your cat for any amount of money? How much would it take, and would it be an immoral transaction? Yes, it would be, but I don't think... I think my cat would sort of beat me to the punch. He'd sell me for, 8 cans of cat food and one of those scratchy things. Still more pleasant than what he usually uses to scratch on. My left leg still. Next question is, that's why I've got this in the pocket. Next question is from Kim Rasmussen. America is deep pro-gay now, and Russia is deep anti-gay. Will this lead to a new international conflict, and what will the outcome be? Well, That's the spoiler. Outcome. Ooh. Well, what's going to happen is in about a week's time, there's going to be something called, it's going to be an international conflict of Olympic proportions, not performance. I'm not going to start one again. I'm just going to roll through that little... Anyway, what's going to happen is the Americans are going to come in and they're going to, with blades strapped to their feet, they're going to twirl around and they're going to take all the hearts of the people of Sochi and cut them into ribbons, and it's going to be fabulous. Yes, I'm implying that ice skating for men is a bit gay, but you know, that's okay because it kind of is. I mean, yeah, but I mean, they still could cut you because they've got blades strapped to their feet, and they can put their feet right up to your face. So yeah, I wouldn't like, you know, try anything on. I mean, unless you are that way inclined, and you are, well, try that on, but not, you know, punching them. Don't punch them, because they'll cut you in the face with their feet. Next question is from... Many of them like to ice hockey too. I made that up. Next question is from Rotten Roses. Is red hair hotter than brunette hair? If so, does it burn your head? Yes. Well, it's actually the lack of red hair, because you might notice that I am kind of bald-ish along the top of it, and that leads to kind of nasty things like sunburn, and it doesn't protect my head at all. I mean, blonde hair doesn't protect it either if it's like got a great big hole in the middle. And the last question for today is from I totally love it. In your last episode, you were kind enough to mention albatross sex. Can you describe the mechanics of such activities, especially in overly gingerhead environments? Well, I can't. It's completely not suitable for work, but it is suitable for wanking if you're an albatross. I mean, they go up, they go 2 kilometres in the air and I can't quite see them, but they do overshadow my head, which is kind of a good thing because otherwise I do get kind of sunburned. So there is something to be had of it when you're watching albatrosses making lots of baby albatrosses. The mechanics, of course, the same as the mechanics of any seabird, except with longer wings. Like, they've got like really, really long wings. And you know what they say about birds with long wings? Their gliding proficiency is better. It's just basic aerodynamics. I mean, that's all that is. They can they can stay up in the air with just beating themselves, well, their wings off once, every 2 hours or something. And that's it for Tell It Someone for this week. If you would like to ask me a question, of course, you could ask me a question down there, or you can do a video question like nobody did this week, and you can answer the dovetail question too, which is this. Why is it that? I'm dangerously talented. I don't have a cool...